So is a recession coming in 2023? Well, at the time of this recording, it's November of 2022. And I'd like to walk through how we can respond to that. Hey, before I do, this coming Thursday, actually November the 17th, 2022, if you go to bopwebinar.com, I have got a masterclass that actually I'll be leading this week. And we'll be walking through 4 elements of building a plan or a business plan for 2023. So if you're a business owner, you need to make sure to be a part of that. Just go to bopwebinar.com. And if you're listening after November the 17th of 2022, just know that BOP webinar or bopmasterclass.com is usually where we've got the link for our next upcoming virtual event. So let's get back to that idea. Is a recession coming in 2023? See, the priority of our work is to liberate business owners from chaos. And most of those business owners have between 2 and 50 employees. So we often get the question, hey, are we in a recession or are we heading towards a recession? Our response is usually the same. Does it matter? Seriously, in your day-to-day life, does it matter? I realize the price of bread and groceries and gasoline and all of that go all over the place. But over the last 2 years, I've watched some moments of real irony. See, we obsess over downturns in the market, a decline in business, or recessions and depressions. Just last week, anyone who had money invested in the cryptocurrency exchange FTX, you can look it up. Some reports put that figure around $1.8 billion. If you had money invested in FTX, not just paper money, but real actual cash invested in there, there's a high probability that you lost it all. 1.8 billion with a B dollars, poof, gone. Was that a product of a recession or recession-like market movements? No, it was a problem of poor management and leadership, because there's plenty of other exchanges, hedge funds, investing companies that are doing just fine. Now, throughout 2020 and 2021, the market was redlining at a very, very high RPM, and many businesses had converted their business development and outbound sales departments into order takers, sitting behind a counter, metaphorically trying to handle the inbound demand from a flood of cash that had been pumped into the market, whether you agree with it or not, and now being spent on new homes, backyard kitchens, boats, cars, whatever it might have been. Business owners were pulling their hair out as they tried to manage customer expectations, supply chain volatility, subcontractor relationships, and also prices that had the discipline and direction of a squirrel. So now the outcry is, well, what if we lose all this work? So before it was, I need this to slow down, I can't handle this work. And now it's, well, what if we lose all of this work? And we've switched one cry to another rather than quietly leading through a boom and quietly leading through a bust. We do not individually influence macroeconomics, but we can certainly lead well within the economic climate that we've been given, whether it's cloudy or it's sunny. So here are 9 elements. I'm going to walk through them very quickly, but 9 elements you can implement to lead well during the boom or the bust, and you can stop asking the anxiety-inducing question of, is a recession coming? The first of those 9 elements, write your vision down so that those who read it may run. Literally, write your vision down so that those who read it may run. A written vision story compels, clarifies, guides, and motivates. And if you've already written your vision down, now's a great reminder to pull it out and reread it. A business without a vision is like a ship without a compass, and that's somewhere no one wishes to be. The second element is to write an annual letter to your business team. Reflect back on the year that has passed and project on the year that's coming. What have you seen? What do you see? Write it down to share, and write it down to keep a history of how you and your business handled like situations in the past. If you've already written an annual letter, again, now's a great time to go back and review what you've already written to get caught up to speed. Third, build a calendar exclusive to the culture you wish to create. Culture is not accidental, and good culture does not follow those with luck. It's not a cross-your-finger hoped-for reality. Solid culture is built through intentionality, repetition, and predetermined meaning. What do you want your culture to be? The ingredients of that culture will need to be planted intentionally and thoughtfully throughout the year. The fourth element to help you lead well in a boom or in a bust is to subdivide your cash. Every dollar that comes into your business is not your dollar. Some of that dollar is for your business or for you, and some of that dollar is intended for other destinations, like the government or vendors or fixed expenses and overhead. Open up multiple bank accounts that will house the major payouts from your business so that you can subdivide every dollar as it comes in right away. The fifth element to help you lead predictably through a boom or a bust is a simple cash tracking spreadsheet. I get it. I know QuickBooks will do some stuff and this report and whatever it is, but every week, go review your actual cash balance and record it in a sequential method on the same spreadsheet so that you can watch your cash over and over and over again. Watched cash is kept cash, and kept cash is cash that we can leverage and spend in the appropriate settings for the appropriate growth. A winning strategy in any market is to always have a bucket of cash to pull from. You won't have cash if you don't watch your cash. This does not give us license to obsess and to hoard our cash. I don't want you to hear me say that. Our financial warehouse should have a receiving department, and it should have a shipping department, an in and an out. Sixth, a well-led business has a simple budget, a written budget. Thoughtfully review the prior year's profit and loss statements with its chart of accounts, and just think through in that same chart, where is our future income going to be spent to best align with the mission and the vision of the business? Seventh, a well-led business should have basic estate planning to provide clarity to heirs in the event of a surprise. Do you have a written operating agreement, especially if you're in a partnership? Do you have employee agreements, wills, powers of attorney, or trust if needed? Sitting down with a qualified estate planning attorney is a gift to the business and is a gift to your family. Eighth, very short in the same way, insurance should be reviewed and mapped out as well to ensure sound coverage. Again, sit down with a qualified insurance agent to walk through that. Now, finally, our ninth element of a well-run business being led by an owner who has thoughtfully walked through their own personal finances. What income is needed? What desires and goals do you have? What income is needed for those desires and goals? An owner who has little discipline over her personal finances is likely to have little discipline over the finances of the business. Booming economies in many ways can actually exacerbate bad financial discipline, allowing a business to grow habitually accustomed to overspending and underpaying. Hey, let's stop living with the anxiety of an emerging recession, or not. And instead, let's commit to solid leadership and build a better boat that can handle both a placid lake or a raging sea. Again, make sure to go to bopwebinar.com and come join us this Thursday, November the 7th, 2022, as we walk through the 4 elements that you need for a business plan for 2023.